Alright, here we are, Sunday morning at Tristan's new house. We are christening the basement with what looks like Warhammer Fantasy, but is really Kings of War. So, I guess you guys tried Age of Sigmar the other night. I was too sick to make it, so now we're trying the other alternative to Fantasy, which is Kings of War. And so that was made by Alessio Calvatore and apparently a whole bunch of other GW dudes. So we're going to give it a shot. So
this is the beta Kings of War 2, like version 2 rules.
Yeah, there's a new rule book coming out. So we're playing on a 4x4, and he's using his old Chaos Warriors as Kingdom of Man.
We'll just turn this down here. Yeah,
so go through your list. We're playing 630 points, roughly.
Roughly, yeah. So according to the guys online, Chaos can be represented by Kingdom of Men. They're just evil men. So I have a militia mob here.
As beastmen.
Of 20. I have a regular hero.
Yeah.
I have the shield wall, which is sort of their basic troops with shields.
Yeah.
Regiment of them. I have a wizard that has fireball, heal, and baneful chant, or bane chant or something. Just like a buff. And then these are the foot guard, which is kind of the next step up of infantry.
Yeah.
I'm going to use these guys as knights, just to round out the points. So it's 5 regular knights and a cannon, because they have siege artillery and chaos in this.
Cool. So I'm playing Dwarves. I'm running these guys. The hand weapon shield guys in this game are called Ironclads. So the way you put together an army list is you have to buy one regiment of 20 dudes, and that unlocks a unit of 2 units of 10. So I've got crossbowmen there, and I got troops, yeah, and then I've got riflemen here, and that also unlocks 1 war machine, and then I have to buy my second unit to unlock a warsmith, which is this guy here. So the warsmiths don't actually join the units, as it turns out. So this will be interesting. So we are going to just methodically go through this and hope this is a good alternative for Warhammer Fantasy, because I really miss my ranked combat fantasy gaming. It's been... You know what I realized? It's been... remember when you and I and Moser pretty much met for the first time was at the Toronto GT 2000? Mm-hmm. That was this weekend, 15 years ago, exactly.
It was weird bringing my dwarves out to test Age of Sigmar, because I hadn't pulled them out and played with them since 2001. No, 2002. So it was like, 13 years ago I pulled these models out.
Yeah.
And I still had the 5th edition codex in the carrying case.
Yeah, I still have the I have the 6th one in here. All right, so we're going to muddle through the first turn, and we'll come back at the end of that. All right, so we did turn 1.
You haven't done the nerve test for this unit.
Oh yeah. Let's do that real quick. Well, I'll just explain what happened. So he moved up. Nothing was in range of his spells or his cannons, so I just pivoted this unit over here and shot crossbowmen into here, and I caused them to go to waver, and then I shot...
They took 1 wound, but then you rolled really high.
I rolled really high. So now I got to roll 2d6, add the number of wounds I did, which was 2. So I only did 8, and then he's going to see what his wavering...
So those are the regular shield wall
They're probably
guys?
10. They're probably 10.
They're 13/15.
Oh geez, yeah. So I need to do a lot of wounds in 1 turn to cause them to break. So that's the end of turn 1. Now on to turn 2.
The wounds stay on the unit.
Okay, cool. Well, no, you have a heal though.
Yes, I do.
Damn. Can I target that dude?
You can. He's an individual.
All right, cool. All right, well, turn 2. Here we go.
That's the bottom of 2, right?
Yeah. So bottom of 2, his knights couldn't move up, so he moved his other warrior or
they
the
just
guard.
pivoted in place.
Yeah, because they were wavered, and then the waver flag goes off.
Yeah, because it's the next turn that they're wavering.
Yeah. I concentrated all firepower on that unit there.
You only did 2 wounds, though.
I only did 2 wounds, but...
And then he
So now they're getting closer. Oh yeah, and he healed. So, and because you can pre-measure everything, I already know that he's not going to be able to charge that, but it's going to be real close. So that's turn 2. Onwards to turn 3.
Yeah.
So we did the other turn. I was able to put 9 wounds onto this unit here and cause them to waver. I was 1 roll away from breaking the entire unit. So unfortunately now he's able to charge on turn 4. He's charging into me here. They're wavered at least, so they can't do anything. His hero charged my hero, and his we're going to see if his worthless mob, how worthless they are, because now they're in combat here. My plan was for them to combat me here, and I break them hopefully, and then if I get some sort of move forward, then flank these guys. But it looks like the plan
So-
from the overview is not a very good.
Terrain, it says you treat each level of terrain as being able to see over one height. So
Okay, so it's not true. So it's not true line of sight. Yeah, my question was because his cannon can't really
So
see
the hill
them
can
because
see
of the
over
knights.
This rank of guys.
Yeah, so no matter. Okay, so that's at least covered. So here we go.
It's actually just.
All right, so the end of turn 4, a lot more combats. I was able to finish the last couple of wounds. Well, not a couple of wounds.
Try shooting, maybe.
Yeah, shooting. I blasted them into oblivion with the cannon shot. I almost auto obliviated them, but didn't. Over here, I charged, did some wounds, bounced. Because in this, you don't. It's you charge and then they don't hit back. It's either they bounce back or I bounce. So in this case, I bounced. In this case, I bounced there, but I did some wounds. So that's that turn 5.
Playing in a few minutes.
All right, so end of turn 5. It's getting a little bloody here. I did shoot into the. He did a double charge, charged me in the flank with his knights.
Charge your character.
Charged my character, who somehow is still alive, just because he takes a whole bunch of wounds but didn't waver. And then I shot the cannon, or I shot the cannon style shot from the stone thrower and the rifleman and wiped out the knights. These guys pivoted, so they're gonna roll through my lines here, and this supposedly unruly mob. I mean, I wavered them, but I just can't get rid of them. So there's one more turn potentially, and then there might be 2 more.
6, and then there could be a second.
And then it could be the end. Yeah. So here we go. All right. Well, bottom turn 6, the game is over. There was a big, huge regiment of chaos guys here. Or sorry, Kingdom of Men. They charged my rifleman in the flank, and so we looked up what flanking does, and it doubles his attack. So he went from 12 to 24 attacks.
I did 3 wounds.
And he only did 3 wounds. And so
then you didn't even get wavering. You
didn't even get wavering. And then I shot the bombard into them. They pivoted, so I couldn't do it. And I did just enough wounds. And I rolled I rolled like 11 or something, so I broke them.
Yep.
And then I finally was able to break the militiamen with that. So again, at the end of turn 6, you roll the dice, and if it's 4, 5, or 6, goes turn 7. He still could have had Johnny here come in and finish off the cannons.
You rolled a 2, so the game was over.
Yeah, he could have come in here and finished off the War Machine crew for extra victory points, but it was over. So so what do you think? Because you played Age of Sigmar on Friday, and now this on Sunday. Is it safe to say that the Age of Sigmar is fine if you want a skirmishy game?
If you want a light pretzel skirmishy.
Yeah.
Fantasy, well, it is a skirmish game.
Yeah.
There's no rank and file.
Right.
So this game has pivoting, flanks, regiments, charging.
Yeah.
The
And
other
so
game- the
for
other
me,
game
this
is
is the thing that I like.
The other game is move, shoot, assault. It's the same as 40k.
Okay.
So it's 40k with fantasy models.
Yeah.
This is still fantasy. Ranks. You move, you shoot, you declare your charges, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the sad music is from the TV. It's not like I didn't put a voiceover or anything. That's the new 4K TV. All right, so now Brett's going to give it a shot with his ogres. Thanks for the game. That was good. I can't film that because I'm going to run out of juice. All right, man.